And this is going to be your exercise for Eventstream. It is not a very big exercise, it's a small one. What you have to do is that you'll have to stream transaction data to Eventstream using Kafka protocol, and the target should be Lakehouse. There's an additional requirement here is that when you send the data to Eventstream from your code, let's say you are using Python code, if you are reading from the transaction files and then you are sending it to Eventstream using Kafka protocol, you'll have to add an additional column in all of the records, which should be the current timestamp. And what I would recommend is that you give a pause of maybe 1 second or 2 seconds and then add the current timestamp as a new column and then send those records to Eventstream using Kafka protocol. Now, after you do that, you'll have to complete two use cases for question number 2 and three use cases for question number 3. And each use case should have their corresponding lakehouse table. This is the requirement. So if you have 5 use cases here, there should be 5 lakehouse tables. For the first one, you'll have to send all the complete transactions, their source and destination accounts and amount in a different table. So these should be stored separately. All the complete transactions, their source account number, target account number, and the transaction amount should be stored separately. In the second use case, you'll have to find out the total amount transacted over the last 15 minutes. Just a small hint, you'll have to use Spark's event time processing. If you do not know details of Spark stream processing, I would again recommend you to go through my course on Spark and Kafka. There I have talked about Spark streaming in very detail. Anyway, if you know about event time processing, then you'll have to use the event time processing here to get the total amount of transaction over the last 15 minutes. And the event time should be the timestamp that you have added using the code. That's what the event time should be. Then in question number 3, you'll have to stream the loan data in a separate event stream, not the one that you're using for the first one. This would be a separate event stream, and you'll have to add a timestamp column for this one also. And each loan type should have their separate tables. Either you can use the event stream transformations or you can use PySpark also, that is up to you. Then the second use case for this question is that at every 5 minutes you'll have to find out the total principal amount divided by 1000 and store it in lakehouse table. Why divided by 1000? Because I think by mistake while generating the data I had provided huge amount of principal amount. So if you want you can divide it by 1000, or if you want you can keep it also. In the third question, you have to find out the maximum term month at every 5 minutes and store it in a lakehouse table. Now the output of these two should be a little different. If you know stream processing, you would know how the output would be and you have to store it as such in your lakehouse tables. So this is going to be the exercise for event stream. And as I said, it is not a big one, it's a small one. We'll have a pretty exhaustive exercise once we are done with event house.